Australian companies don't have a very good reputation in South Africa. We've got the Wild Coast situation, the West Coast situation, and the Karoo. Just explain a little bit about why that is the case.
Well, I think that's basically because the stock exchange in in Australia allows the raising of risk capital in a much faster and easier way than most other dispensations. Canadian and Irish stock exchanges are a bit similar. You can just go to the stock exchange and say, hey guys, I have a mountain of gold, I'll mine it for you, and somebody will put money into your company. That allows for very high risk taking, and I think that's what drives this kind of ugly Australian, as they call it in Australia, these mining juniors who are doing a dirty job and usually don't even have the wherewithals to continue once they strike it rich, and then they usually sell out to the highest bidder. That's particularly the case of organizations in the fracking industry as well, but we see it in uranium mining all over the world.
Is South Africa a weak spot? I mean, is it easy to penetrate for companies like that?
I don't think so, actually, because the legislative system in South Africa is pretty strong. You have a very powerful National Environmental Management Act. You have a very powerful Water Act. These are really stumbling blocks for easy and quick and dirty investments. In addition, the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act is still in limbo, both in Parliament and in the presidency. So South Africa isn't a very good opportunity for investments. And then you must ask, why really this investment in the Karoo into uranium mining? First of all, it is part of a larger process of Russian interests in the nuclear energy, and we find very strong Russian finance involved in the Australian companies building up uranium mining facilities in the Karoo. We find also that it is very speculative. It's really not at this point in time that uranium mining is a viable undertaking, because the uranium price is rock bottom. Last time I looked at it was $26 a pound, so that's really not feasible. Uranium mining is different from many other mining industries in such that it is a long-term strategic goal, because if you build a nuclear power station, you want it running for 60 years, and so you need a stable and feasible supply of uranium mining. So we believe it's really a long-term strategic goal to lay their hands on these resources.
So government is looking to create jobs, it's looking to increase industrialization. So mining and nuclear to someone like Jacob Zuma sounds like a dream come true. Speaking purely from a non-rent extractive type of thinking.
Of course, that's a very powerful argument, and that is an argument which sways in particular local communities. We desperately need jobs in the Karoo. The Karoo is an area of high poverty, very low employment opportunities, so any opportunity is usually highly welcome, and it is to be welcomed because we need jobs desperately. But uranium mining industry is a very poor process to create jobs. The company has indicated that they would create about 250 permanent jobs over a very long period and over a very large area. If we are really serious about job creation in the Karoo, there are other opportunities which are much more valuable. The whole agriculture still is the main employment opportunity and needs to be protected and improved. Agrotourism is a very new and very fast rising opportunity, but the best opportunities of all is renewable energy. South Africa has already 28,000 jobs in the renewable energy industry as compared to 2,600 jobs in the nuclear industry, and even the most ambitious projections of job creation in the nuclear field would be up to 30,000 jobs if the whole country is run on nuclear energy, basically. But if we go into renewable energies, it's an order of magnitude higher. The Department of Energy projects up to 350,000 jobs in renewable energy. So uranium mining is clearly not a good strategy for job creation.